How much money do you spend on electronics?
This officer's name is Carapellis, I believe. Funny thing is, back in 2017, my emails were hacked and my cloud storage was accessed. This officer is in charge of electronic surveillance. Conveniently enough, I would imagine he's asking me where my videos are stored at.
Matter? Like what?
Hey?
Lots, probably.
Lots?
Yeah,
Why?
probably. Why
What
not?
for?
And it's all shit, you know?
What do you mean it's all shit?
Well, fucking, it's a hack. If lightning strikes, it'll work.
That's what you get when you buy from
If lightning,
Alibaba.
what's that?
So
Alibaba
that's what you get
shit,
when you buy from
right?
Alibaba, right?
Isn't that right? It comes with like 1/8 of the size, right?
And
Or it's not to scale, that's for sure.
As you can see, I was always pleasant with police, so how they got me as a cop hater, I'm not too sure. Prejudicially, and with biased opinion, I would imagine it's one of these officers, perhaps the officer that was sleeping with the complainant in 2017. That charge an abusive process with the sole agenda to seek out my videos.
That's what you get when you buy cheap stuff, right?
Yeah, it's not that cheap, but you know.
Your Hero is cheap.
The Hero 4?
That's a Hero 3.
Yeah, he's got the Hero 4.
Huh?
He took it off my car.
That's not a Hero 4.
Yes, it is.
It's a Hero. That's Alibaba. Like
No, it's a Hero.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive, sir.
How much do you spend? That's like $700 right there.
Something like that.
I had a Hero 3 and a Hero 4 I had purchased specifically due to this police misconduct. This officer took it off my car because he didn't want to be filmed. He's a public servant, and it's my constitutional right to film him. And besides, it's his word against mine in a courtroom, and video would sure come in handy. They never liked me filming them, though, and they always sought after my videos. My Hero 3 would be taken in March 2017 as well.
Yeah, just for you guys.
What for?
Well, because you guys, you know, ever since that fucking case. You know what?
What case?
You just got me to...
I'm referring to the 2013 incident when I jumped off my building's balcony in fear for my life, where officers immediately pointed guilt on me, as they always do, and never even bothered looking for the other person that I had made statement about that had the knife or gun, whatever it was that made me so scared I jumped off a balcony risking my own life. And when I got to trial, thankfully I had the video showing this woman leaving after the 911 call was made to police by my neighbor downstairs. Police never believing me and always trying to institute me no matter what. Even when I had no record.
complete my 8,000 steps for the day.
What case?
No problem.
What case, Kevin?
The case I'm going to file against you people
What's that?
for harassment.
Harassment.
Yeah, and gang stalking
Gang stalking?
and harassment charges.
What's gang stalking?
Gang stalking is a systemic form of control where you plot the community against me, so I'm under surveillance 24/7. Basically, you label me as something, and that's
okay.
what it is, right?
I didn't know that was the term used.
Well, that is the term. Yeah.
This officer saying to me that I'm a criminal and that he has video of me dealing narcotics. However, this video never appeared in court because I'm not, and it didn't exist. Them seizing my car that day, copious amounts of street checking, they take an SD card out of my vehicle and entrap me with it with an undercover officer, stating to me it's far too important to leave on my building's heat register, and that I would have to come and meet her.
Where'd you see that?
I researched it.
Hey?
I researched it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I have literally hundreds of hours of you guys pulling me over for no reason.
But where do you store all this data?
In a Hong Kong server.
In a Hong Kong server?
Yeah.
How much do you pay for that?
Nothing, my girlfriend.
Wouldn't this officer like to know where I stored that footage? As you can clearly see, this is evidence to the fact, or to reality, that police had an agenda to get access to my videos or knowledge of my videos or what I had on them. Entrapping me with an SD card was easy. All they had to do was ask that woman how to get me, and I would have done anything to get that card back. Preying on human frailties and condition.
How's the house there?
Your girlfriend lives in Hong Kong?
She has a house
Why
there.
don't you
yeah.
go there?
Why would I go there?
It's a fun place to live.
It's a fun place. There's too many people,
Hong
man.
Kong's awesome, buddy.
Jeez, man, you got a ton of stuff on
There's
your
too
dash,
many
man.
people. You guys fucking always making a show of shit, eh?
No, we just help each other out when we see people pulled over. We help each other out, right?
That's all good, man. But you think you'd be doing better work for like
That's just how we
busting
roll.
real criminals? Like, what the fuck, right?
What's up with that? What's that thing?
What's
The
up?
red button there.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, this is just for the stereo and shit.
Oh, what's like the little flip switch? Is that like your like missile launcher?
No, I wish.
Is that nitro or what?
No, it's not nitrous. It's just fucking for the stereo and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I wish.
Oh, you're like Top Gun. I was gonna start calling you Goose.
Goose?
Yeah.
No, man.
Iceman,
Iceman, eh?
Man.
right?
The Iceman, no. Yeah.
What's
You know,
with the
actually, I might have photo ID in my bag here.
No, you don't need photo ID. You need a license.
Well, I just got it fucking. I just moved, eh? So they
Yeah.
just gave me a temporary card.
Come on, but you still.
I was forced out of my home by police leaking the charges of the warrant to my landlord tenant by choosing the most intrusive means of rights deprivation there would be. They could have just asked me what was above my head and I would have told them or showed them the plastic toy. However, upon staging items, trigger locks and such, well past the warrant's authorization, items were discovered and seized much later, and I was given 24-hour eviction. The one thing I don't understand is I was evicted because they leaked the information of their findings, alleged, and the door that was busted out by them in the highest of intrusive deprivation of my rights. They didn't have to go this way. I was peaceful the night before they alleged to have seen it. Did that officer's memory improve over time? Of course not. According to the statement that I had made that night, the date they arrived and the time they arrived, I was down with the police for a good hour. They had more than ample time to think about what they wanted to do, or ask me even, and I would have showed them the toy, as the picture above clearly shows. And why would I open the door with a gun above my head? This doesn't rationally make sense. But the police had clear motive to lie once they realized their error. Why do you think they took so long in a 400 square foot apartment? Bachelor. I presume this is why judges place these statutory requirements on police, for this fact alone. After the warrant's execution, there were 2 instances when police had contacted my landlord tenant. This instance in particular is odd, shows disproportionate policing. Here they decide to come up, listen to my door, find me in there, and are too afraid to knock, like they did previously. An extreme burden and prejudice on the accused, placed by this crown. The 2013 incident, when I had filmed police and brought it to trial, would be used in the 2016 matter, because it would be known that I record police and my interior of my apartment. For that reason alone, I fear. What they were doing was criminal. Police seizing my videos in 2017 and holding them for 4 years because they were scared of what I had. They weren't sure. And I can tell you, they were right. The videos I managed to get off a backup image and what was left of my corrupt hard drive, they show this fact and what they did.
Have your old one.
Did you ever find out who blazed
No,
your
they
old
take
car?
it. They take.
No, I did not find out who blazed my car. Did they investigate the crime, or is it like every other time with a negligent investigation? They simply didn't care. I took pictures. There were lots of cameras around my car. A month and a half before that, they seized my car, stole it out of the parkade. I parked it on the adjacent side of the building where it was burnt to hide it from police because they were acting weird, following me home and such. I felt it necessary to do so. Police seizing my car sometimes more often than I even owned it, ticketing me off the road was a common practice via street checks.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay.
Do you
No,
ever find
I
out
don't know who
blazed
fuck
your
did that.
car?
Either your girlfriend or one of you fuckers.
Yeah, we don't do that. So.
Well, who knows, right?
No.
Maybe the
What?
corrupt cops do.
You're
No, we
blaming
don't have
us
truck
for your
cops.
car getting
Oh, no,
burnt?
hey, I'm sure you guys don't,
Kevin,
Nope.
What's that?
you blamed us for your car getting burnt?
I think you guys did burn it.
We burnt it.
I think so. Well, I don't fucking know. One
Wow.
of you guys probably did.
How
Maybe it
how do
was
you
your-
think that?
Maybe it was your supplier that burned your car.
Supplier of what?
Well, what was found in your house during the warrant?
You mean what you guys put there?
Okay.
Yeah, because you found nothing?
Well,
That's
I'm pretty
probably what
there
it was.
There was more than nothing found.
Well, I'm sure there was nothing there until you guys entered.
No.
After all.
I firmly believe it was police that staged those evidence in my apartment as a trigger lock. I think the gun was theirs too. Police attempts to put me and paint me in the worst possible light, mislead the court, staging evidence, spoilage of evidence, the trigger lock mechanism, just one of the many things that were contradicting in this search. Being denied my lawyer call initially, them claiming an IED, however, 4 hours later, they would decide to secondary search me, which is against protocol. If they were truly afraid for the officer's safety, they wouldn't have waited 4 hours to search me if they thought I had a cell phone up my ass. For an alleged remote detonation, as they say. An overbroad search, as you can see, they grab fire starter from my camping box and pellets out of my pellet thing, claiming an IED. They take the toy, which they initially aired on the ITO, and they insert a magazine into it. This is not how it was. There was no magazine in that weapon, or, I'm sorry, that toy. No exhibit tracking on the IED, along with no timestamps on the photos. Clearly the photos were taken after the search and not before, as police had said, deceiving the court, inevitably. They certainly tried hard to make me look guilty. And it seems they sure know how to take a good photo. But that's about it. All those photos of all those items, they look like a hurt locker, but mislead the court. Those are all plastic toys, and to this day, I have never once seen the indictable items that I've been charged with. I think, be it reasonable to see the items that they are alleging that I am supposed to plead to. I've never seen these items before. My memory is shot because of solitary and all the assaults that I experienced during the abusive process where they targeted my videos.
So I'm gonna have to find the fucking ID somewhere. Oh man, that sucks. Is this guy decent or what? Like, you think he'll let me go with that?
What?
Without ID, you think he'll let me go? I got my temporary card, but
I'm gonna
that's
let you go.
Where's your temporary license?
it's in the with the registration and insurance.
Oh, he has it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just got pulled over yesterday, so. And the day before that, and the day before that, and every day before that. And that's why I film, and that's why I have these.
Yeah, that's not, I'm not worried about getting recorded.
No, you're all good. You're probably.
Not worried about getting recorded. However, this cop calls me a criminal prejudicially. Mentions something about a underage girl, which is totally bogus, spreading these false libel slander. And also mentions video that he has possession of, allegedly me dealing narcotics, which is false. I have never heard of this, nor when the charge was given was it in disclosure whatsoever. This cop is a tyrant.
One of the fucking more honest cops there are, right? But you know, there's that shit going on over in Abbotsfield you might want to look at.
Yeah, we're working on it.
It's fucked right up, man.
There's not enough of us, though. That's the
Well,
problem.
you know, you can spend less time on me and more time on that.
Oh, we spend like what? This is like what? Half an hour out of the day,
Yeah. Well,
Right.
hopefully you guys are
Out
doing
of
more
1
for
week.
that shit.
right?
Because this girl is fucked in the head. And I mean, like, she's seriously
name
got...
again?
Candace Atkinson. She lives in 686 Abbotsfield Road.
Candace what?
86?
686, bro.
86 and Candace Atkinson.
That's
How old
her.
is she?
She's like 22.
22? Oh, I'm
You
going
mind?
right now.
It moves.
She got warrants too, actually.
Oh, let's see
Sorry.
what she's about. Half, I'll be right back.
Okay. I think I might have pulled it off the rails.
Hey, yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, she's a case, that one.
What's with
I
this
didn't even
little...
I didn't even
Oh,
understand.
that's just a Cape Town.
It's just a jersey.
Hey?
Just a jersey, brother.
Should wash it. It's dirty.
Yeah, my dog was all over it today. That's why
What kind of
used to
dog you got?
I told you already, man.
I don't hear. I'm sorry.
Oh, you don't hear? Well,
I
the one-
didn't hear what kind of dog you have.
A golden lab.
Golden Lab?
Yeah.
Smart dog?
Yeah, beautiful dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2? How old?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Calm down.
Oh, well, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Takes a while, hey?
Yeah, it does. You gotta walk him 3 times, 4 times a day, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. What's that thing right there?
What's that?
That silver thing.
That's a stand.
A stand?
For a tablet and whatnot.
For a tablet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that an HD box?
This one?
Yeah.
No, this is Sony, whatever the hell, boom speaker, Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. Your stereo's not working.
Yeah, it's shafted.
See my quality.
Fucking no doubt, eh?
Eh?
Yeah, piece of shit. That's what you get, I guess.
You're driving it.
Hey, there you go. It's paid for, eh? What do you drive?
What's that?
What do you drive?
Just a tiny little car.
What kind of car?
Hey?
What kind of car?
The old Firefly.
Holy fuck, why do fat guys always drive Fireflies?
What's that?
You seriously drive a Firefly?
Yeah.
What the
Economic.
fuck? Oh, for fuck's sakes, come on,
Yeah.
man.
That's all I used to commute.
I guess so. Well,
Right?
if
I
you're,
don't
if
need
you're
to...
I would be forced out of my home, dishelved with 24 hours notice to vacate my residence. Wasn't even able to pack up my things. Had to hire someone to do that, as I stayed in a motel. Because police prejudicially breached my privacy rights and leaked the alleged findings of the warrant execution to my landlord tenant. And in the most highly intrusive way, busted my door down. And I was evicted for that. This a clearly prejudicial and burdenous act, malicious on the accused. While I was stopped and they were, interrogating me as it seems here, I had to pay a waiting fee for the tow truck as they searched my vehicle. It says right on the form. I had no privacy whatsoever, and these tyrants would always stop me, often making me fear for my life. All because they were worried about what I had on them, what I still have on them. This officer in the next video in 2016, where they beat me up, arrested me, de facto, investigative detainment, dynamic. He strictly goes for the camera, and even mentions it in his notes prior to the search execution, as if to say, be careful, he's recording police. A heads up to officers who would act corrupt and criminal in this matter. The search was inadvertent and a deliberate disregard for my charter rights. Police not acting in good faith at all, targeting me, singling me out. Violations of willful and reckless disregard for my charter rights. Rights that upon interaction with police, I seemingly never had. R versus Grant at para 45. At para 75. R versus Maton, 2005, BCSC 330. Canley at para 56 to 64. And at what point was I presumed innocent until proven guilty? Sure doesn't look like that. Not here, at least, or any other instance that I have recorded. Dealings with the Edmonton City Police and certain officers. Trying to get my cameras back, phoning them, they would never return my calls. Just like my vehicle, they don't return my calls. Keeping my vehicle for over 100 days, practically, and then refunding me $3,000 of waiving the fee for the storage unit. An admission of guilt in my eyes, and a breach of a fiduciary duty. That officer should have returned my calls, and should have returned my property. Instead, they didn't. And they returned it to me right before trial. This cannot be deemed reasonable practice in a free democratic society. Certainly not in lines with the principles of fundamental justice. Thankfully, I have my videos. Some of the stuff I don't remember too well because, well, the Crown stuck me in solitary for over 160 days. All to withdraw that charge in 2017 on an induced pleading where I was frightened for my life. I didn't even know what was going on. They had me drugged up, entering into a pleading where I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. Subject to death threats at the remand center. I just wanted out of there. And if I got out, I would be scared for my life from police because they still haven't stopped to this day. I don't have the funds, being a disabled person, now that I was assaulted in remand. Negligent assaults because the Crown couldn't protect me. They didn't protect me. They put someone in my cell when I was supposed to be housed alone to assault me and beat me. Meanwhile, they sent two-step verifications and hacked my emails to make sure my videos. Total criminal.